What's going on, everybody? Jason here. This is the final video of the Rickenbacker build. We're going to complete this today. It is the next day. I've had my guitar sit in my room and have overnight and have everything cure. Now we're going to do what we did with the Flying V. We're going to polish it with the headlight cleaner. Because if you guys are wondering, like, what the heck, this is basically it's a very small abrasive fluid that you use to buff your headlights. And if they'll buff that, your polyacrylic almost dries plastic, so it's the same thing. And it'll just help smooth it out more, give it a nice smoother finish, and then we'll add a layer of wax on there like we did the Flying V. Also, I did get some knobs from Guitar Center. I got 2 packs of these Fender ones because the other one's split. I have already tested them. They do fit. So we will use the knobs, and then we'll find out if this jacket even works anymore after I pulled out that post. So I didn't want to mess with any electronics first. We'll just put it together. We'll see if this still works, and then I'll decide what to do about that. But for now, we'll start buffing this. Alright, sorry I forgot to film, forgot to press record using the polish, but this is all polished up with the Meguiar's headlight cleaner. We're now going to add the wax. Okay guys, the entire guitar has been polished and buffed with the wax. So now we're going to finally get this tape off the neck, and then we're going to oil the neck, and then we'll throw everything together. Put on all the hardware. All right, this looks pretty cool. There's so many different colors of wood on here. You got this almost black, and then like a dark, and then a light, and a medium. That's pretty sick. I like it. All right, we're gonna oil up the frets. Okay, guys, I got most of this put together. The pickguard's not on all the way. I got the ground out here. The pickups are in here. Now we're gonna do what we did the last time. I'm gonna plug this cheapo guitar cable into my amp, and make sure we at least get some static noise. This is all hooked up, so assuming these work, assuming all these knobs and everything work, this should be good to go. So we're going to plug this in, assuming I hooked it all up correctly. Input. All right, we'll turn her on. I don't know if you got, that's the tone. Here's the other tone. Here's one of the volumes. This one is the busted one, and this, it does seem like that volume's off on that. It goes from low to high to a little low again, so this one seems to work good. Okay, it's almost done. We've got all the tuning knobs on. Looks pretty sick over there. We're gonna leave off the tension truss rod cover until we string it up, and we need to put the neck where it needs to be. This is not screwed in yet. I want to make sure. Now we got to splice this because this is the ground for the bridge. We got to leave some open exposed wire here, and then you just bolt down the bridge on top of it. So we want to leave plenty of, maybe like 3/4 of an inch or an inch of wire coming out, and then we'll screw this on top. and then we'll string it up, and we're gonna have to adjust the bridge and the neck tension. But man, this looks pretty cool. Looking awesome. Okay, this is how we're gonna ground this. If you guys can see it, trying to get in super close. You don't want any of this plastic sticking out. You just want the wire. And we bunched it up, folded over. I spliced almost 1 inch of bare wire and folded it back so it's a nice clump. And then this is going to sit on top and mush down onto that wire. And that'll ground like the strings over to the tuner. The whole guitar will be grounded. All right, she's looking pretty sick. Everything is on. Pickguard is screwed in. Bridge is screwed down, so it should be grounded. And we're gonna string her up, tune it. We're gonna have to adjust the neck, adjust the height of the strings. Now, the one thing I don't know if I would want to put on is this. Now, that looks freaking sick, but I don't know if that's gonna get in the way of playing, so I'm not gonna put it on there for now. I'm gonna string it up and see where my fingers are and where they play and everything. I do want that on there because it looks cool, but first, we're going to string her up, set everything, set the neck and the bridge. We'll jam on it for maybe a day or two, and maybe I'll put that back on there, but let's string it up. And I'm using these Ernie Ball Super Slinky 45 to 100. We'll see if they fit the nut over there, because the grooves on the nut seem pretty small, but we'll see. It's all done, guys. Rickenbacker copy is done. Oh, forgot to put the truss rod cover on. I think I got the neck adjusted where it needed to be, adjusted the intonation, the string height, and even then, I actually had to file the nut for these two strings because it was just so dang high. It's still, the action on this is pretty high. You kind of have to leave it high. There's a lot of buzz. But it definitely needs a fret job. There's some buzzing, but I don't know. We'll go plug this in and see how this plays. I'm a little pretty disappointed in all the work that I had to do with this because this thing is such a jacked up piece of crap. But it does look freaking amazing. It does look cool. But let's see how it actually sounds. I don't like how I need the action so damn high, but I guess there's nothing I can do about that right now. Let's go plug it in. My little Yamaha amp, there's a bass selection on it. All right, guys, this is the end of the Rickenbacker build, and this is the end of the builds of the Flying V and the Rickenbacker. I will have updates on these guitars, but for now, this is just the end of building them. And my honest opinion, don't waste your time buying these. It's not. I mean, if you want to spend like 170 bucks on that Flying V, my advice is slap it together. Don't even bother painting, staining, or finishing. Just slap it together and have fun with it. Because in my opinion, these are not guitars that you want to be serious with. Playing at home, yeah, I guess, yeah, they'll work. You definitely don't want to be touring or playing clubs with these guitars. Sorry, Leo, James, your guitars are kind of crappy. The Rickenbacker, I had to put a bow in the neck more than you should, and the action on the strings is really freaking high because it's just, that guitar was not made to be set up right at all. You almost cannot set it up right, and it's kind of screwed up. I don't play bass much. I just play it to lay down tracks when I'm recording, so it'll do the job. But honestly, I can't say I recommend them. I don't know what to say. I mean, they look cool. My Flying V and Rickenbacker, after the work that I did to it, it looks cool. They function as they should. But it's not worth the time and energy. I mean, you're better off literally buying machinery and building your own guitar. You know it'll be 100% correct. Buy slabs of wood and a CNC and a router and build your own. Because, man, you spend 200 bucks on these kits. Like, I mean, if you have to sand if you have to sand a little bit down, are you going to waste your time and effort sending the whole thing back? No, you're probably going to do that work and sand it and make it fit. But you shouldn't have to do that. So, if you guys buy with these kits, beware. You know, you're probably going to have to put some time into them. So, anyway, I don't know what to say. I mean, they look cool. I do like them. They look awesome, and they do function. I'll do updates in the future on how these hold up to playing and whatnot, but I don't know what else to say, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay metal out there. If you're new, subscribe, like the video. All of them. Go back and watch my videos. See you guys later.